Stoners, it's Miana DK checking in once again. And
it's just me and my disciples. Talking to God while we smoke dope. We keep the lighter in our circle.
what up, my sippers and stoners? It's Miana DK checking in once again. And today we are here with day 5 of our mirror work, guys. And I guess I want to know, how's it coming along? Drop me a comment, let me know how it's coming. But today we learn about building our self-esteem, okay? It's definitely not an overnight process. Our self-esteem doesn't get broken overnight. It definitely won't be built overnight. However, loving ourselves is definitely the way to build self-esteem. I'm going to get a little bit into what the book is saying, though. It's saying, loving yourself means having great respect for everything about you inside and out. It is deep gratitude for the miracle of your body and your mind and your soul. Loving yourself is appreciation to such a degree that it fills your heart until it bursts overflowing with the joy of just being you. That's deep in and of itself. A lot of us would love to get here. A lot of us are definitely on our way, but there are a lot of us who don't even know enough to have that as a goal to try to get to at this point, right? It is impossible to really love yourself unless you have self-approval and self-acceptance. Do you scold and criticize yourself endlessly? Do you believe you're unlovable? Do you live in chaos and disorder? Do you attract lovers and mates who belittle you? Do you mistreat your body with unhealthy food choices and stressful thoughts? Ooh, those are some loaded questions. I'm going to ask them again. You ready? Okay. Do you scold yourself endlessly? Ooh, some of us can be real self-deprecating. Can't we agree on that? That's a tough one. Do you believe you are unlovable? Man, let me tell you how much I struggle with that. With feeling like I was hard to love, or feeling like I was unlovable or not worthy of love because of my choices of people that I picked to have in my life. I was too dependent on people and what they thought about me. And I tied my own self-worth to other people's opinions of me. And I struggle so hard with that. And I thank God that I'm coming out of that right now, but it definitely was an issue for me. Feeling unlovable or not worthy or hard to love. Do you live in chaos and disorder? Now that is a very broad question, and it can be defined several ways. But to me, chaos and disorder, an example of that is, are your lights always getting cut off? Like, I know the fucking helicopter is going and I don't like it. Okay. Your lights always getting cut off. Is it always some drama around you? Is your name always in some bullshit? Like, is somebody always saying you said something? Like, that's chaos. You understand what I'm saying? Do you attract lovers and mates who belittle you? Listen, this is a huge one. Because we often look at the abusers as the only person that's doing something wrong, when really our choices in these people ultimately determine how we feel about ourselves. So do you constantly attract people in your life that you're giving your body to that also belittle you and talk down to you? And you understand what I'm saying? Like, who wants that? And if you do notice that as a pattern, then what do you think it is? Why you keep choosing those kind of people? You know? Just something to think. Do you mistreat your body with unhealthy food choices and stressful thoughts? Man, I think we all can attest to being guilty of that. I think that obesity is a disease of the mind that reflects in the physical. It's a mental disease that reflects physically. Stress can blow you up. All those things that are not healthy for your mind. Man. Okay, so we're going to keep going. If you deny your good in any way, it is an act of not loving yourself. Okay? I remember a woman I worked with who wore contact lenses. When she did her mirror work, she began to release an old fear from her childhood. In a few days, she complained that her contact lenses were bothering her to the point that she couldn't wear them anymore. When she took them out, she found that her eyesight was almost perfectly clear. Still, she spent the entire day saying, "I don't believe it, I don't believe it." That was her affirmation. The next day, she was back to wearing her contacts. She wouldn't allow herself to believe that she had created perfect eyesight, and her disbelief was confirmed. The universe gave her exactly what she asked. This is how powerful our thoughts are. Some people say the universe, I am very, very, very aware of exactly what it is, and I call it exactly what it is, the Lord, the Holy Spirit. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Okay? Words have power. Stop and think before you talk. It's important. In this story, and we've seen it happen before, this lady clearly had been doing her mirror work and speaking positive things over her life. She saw her thoughts became words that became action, and eventually she could see. But because all she could speak is doubt and unbelief over her life, she didn't keep the victory. It's very simple. It's sort of how, like, if we think back to where we were before we knew our limitations, if we could go back there, I think we could be great, you know? Okay, so your mirror work for day 5. Your mirror work for day 5 is pretty simple, although it's huge, what you're going to say. You're going to go into the mirror, you're going to relax your shoulders, you're going to take a deep breath, and you're going to say, "I love and approve of myself." You can even throw your name in there. I love and approve of you, Miana. Like, insert your own name, whatever it is. But it's so important, you know. And I want you to say it as many times you can today, 100 times. Make it a goal to say it as many times as you can. Every time you look in the mirror, every time you see your reflection. I got a little bit better with that yesterday. Just a little, but I did it, okay? Okay, so your journaling exercise. Write down some of the ways you don't love yourself or ways you express your lack of self-worth. Do you criticize your body? Do you talk down to yourself? Write down some of the negative opinions you think others have of you. For each of these negative opinions, write down an affirmation to turn it into a positive. For example, you could go from "my mother thinks I'm too fat" to "I am beautiful exactly as I am." Make a list of all the reasons why you love yourself. Make another list of why people you love like to spend time with you. Post these loving lists where you can see them every single day. Very simple. Thoughts become words that become actions. Okay? If you say something enough, even if you're not thinking it, you'll wake up thinking, "I'm going to say that." It's still a thought, and it's still very powerful because it becomes a word. I love and approve of you, Miana. And it becomes an action, and eventually you start loving and approving of yourself before you know it. It doesn't take that long. You just got to be willing to put in the work. You understand what I'm saying? Anyways, that's day 5. And, of course, I'll be back to you tomorrow for day 6. And, you know, leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are liking it. And we'll definitely go from there. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. And bing! Hit the notification button so you can know every time I come to you with another video. Okay? Take care, y'all. I'm Miana DK. And until next time, you never know what's going to be in this morning's cup. I love y'all. I swear I do. Bye.
This is the ending of my video. Oh, thank y'all for watching.